I wake up ready for the protest, get fitted in my all black attire, black do-rag, black sweater, black joggers, black boots, but still, to this day, a mud caked in the difference from how hard I marched, y'all. I'm feeling melanated as hell. Leave my black denim skirt and black heels in the closet. At first, I convinced myself it's because it would be impossible to march in heels, which is probably true, but after further reflection, I didn't want George to be ashamed of me. I was worried thriving in my queerness would be disrespectful to his memory, and ain't that what it means to be at the corner of intersectionality, being forced to leave behind my queer to fight for my black, like both don't reside in this body, like this black wouldn't absorb all shades of this rainbow. My existence is a shattered spectrum. I try not to cut myself on the pieces, can't even see my reflection in me. It says something when you call the city to arms, but no one returns your call. Like we could have both Kendrick straight and vocal cords by how we gon' be alright for Tony, for Nina, for every other queer and trans black body we don't get to more. If my queer trans body was the next big glitter bomb confetti on the pavement, would there be a chant dedicated in my name? Or would my mother be left to mourn alone? Her child not worthy enough to be your martyr, yet worthy enough to die for your cause. Every part of this black body matters. From the aching fingertips and my high clenched airborne fist to the ankles swelling from the shoes I've marched in, I am tired of leaving sections of my identity on the cutting room floor to keep bigots comfortable. So at the next protest, don't be surprised when you see me once again in my all black attire, a black head wrap, a black dashiki dress, and black stone stilettos that will leave rhinestones in the ground long after I am gone from how hard I work. It's sad. Seeing you fought the oppressor for so long, you adopted their mindset. Which leads us to a massacre in the gave you a second degree. Is that open our eyes and revolution? Pretty destruction.
I mean,
And even amongst her people of color, she's even considered a Moses of some sort. Now,
I wanna pray for them, yeah, got my way for them, doing the thing for them, yeah, step with the play for them, is you gonna step for me, I want that loyalty, is you trust with me, I'm gonna be happy to you, is you gonna be happy to me, I'm with the gang, yeah, you cannot hang, you got brains, yeah, double chill for the chain, yeah, oh, stay in your lane, yeah, red light, me and girl, we stop, yeah, we headed right to the top, we finna hang on the block, got the head so sharp, yeah, I'm with the crew, we just not worried about you, yeah, we put that money to juice, hey, they like the way that we move, they like the way that, they like the way that we move. Promoting stop at the violence, 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 promoting stop at the violence. On my way for them, I'm gonna pray for them. Streets ain't safe no more. Shooters gotta go. We gotta change our ways. Can't keep moving like this. Looking for better days. Our babies want futures. Yeah, promoting to stop all the violence. Wiping nose with some slimy. Drop a penny for a Bible. No limit, cause there won't be time. Spread on the churches, you know that we sliding. Trying to figure why the children keep dying. Kids time, I'ma steady keep kind. Young kids steady slinging that eye. Most of the action, that's time for time. My clothes don't shine as you with me or not. Oh, just take over when luck is down. Critics talking, acting like it's a clown. Out the way, money calling my line. Me and my gang to the top of the rise. Practice is bad, just the chosen. I ain't dead, so it's probably broken. In the head says, fam can't focus. Money coming and you know we gon' blow it. Promoting stop at the violence. 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 Going on my way for them. I'm gonna pray for them. These shooters need to go. The streets ain't safe no more. The kids ain't playing no more. My bro got the dreadlocks. These locks get a cold block. Stay showing down that car. Right, go up my way for.
This doesn't have a title, but it's about me being a Black girl in America. I am a Black girl in America, scared to death in the land of the free, home of the brave. Because I'm afraid that these chains wrapped around my brains are tugging my thoughts into insanity. You guys, I'm afraid of death. Every time a cop pulls into the left of my rearview mirror, I hear the sirens like a purge anthem. I shake to my core in fear that I won't make it out alive. I still have hope for humanity, though. The changes we face of various colors being mixed into a rainbow to spread love, you can't tell me God ain't real. Because God lifted me up out of the lake in the middle of the dark. It was nothing but God. The blood and tears over many years from my ancestors' fears of fighting to survive protected me in stressful times. If it wasn't for the blood, my church sings in my ears. My sins have been forgiven for years to come. Because in the name of Jesus, Grandma Robin, Grandpa Peter used to say, passed down to Brandy Johnson, remembrance of Grandma Inez and Grandpa Eugene, took down the barriers for me to be here, happy, healthy, and holy. I give God the glory for every destruction around police brutality, that life lost thrives in spirituality. Give Black folks their flowers now, if not their reparations. A name forgotten should not be a common mistake. Here, there is fear in my heart that my eyes can't be blind to the truth. America, open your eyes. The change we are looking for is not outside of our control like the walls you want to build to keep this nation strong. Our problem is ours that needs to be faced head on. Just look for a second at what is real. The ugly is no different from beautiful. You kill, we steal. You hate, we love. Can today be the day to stop our looting, lying, and murder? I expect better solutions for our future. No more toxins in the airs. How about the best oxygen from fruit trees down every block of minority communities? I rebel against wicked ways. I rebel against wicked ways entering into our bodies like poisonous foods, torment our thought process. Let's go back organic. Again with wholesomeness in mind, body, and spirit, because the more we slaughter, the worse our judgment, because of the blood on our hands. Didn't America say all lives matter? I can picture our youth and elders together collecting the trash on the ground because that symbolizes the mess in our system, no pun intended. I am committed to spitting what's real because the truth shall set you free. America is built off of Black hands and our national flag should be red, black, and green. But I digress. I am just upset because almost 75% of African Americans are undiagnosed mentally ill, have PTSD, are anxious, and will to suicidal rates by just being at a 13% of the American population as a whole. I rebel over fear. God is near. And if on the dollar bill it is labeled "In God We Trust," why do we separate God from us when He created us in their image? I was suspended from class for sitting down for lies. I can't breathe in a place that haunts me from being me, a human being. America should not value money over itself. Where is your wealth? It's in your health. So cut your intake for greed of money and start to evaluate what a tree is really for, honey. It's for your oxygen to the lungs and food, knowledge for the tongue. Something civilization lacks in because of COVID-19. However, I believe with a healthy body, mind, and spirit, we can reverse the time of chaos like the fight with Scar and Simba and live in paradise. To fight for what's right is a war I'm willing to take. To live without fear is no mistake. God bless America.
It takes a second to say I love you, and 1 minute to show my care. It takes an hour to save our country. Oh, yeah, yeah. I feel the freedom in the air. Winds of change come in upon us. There is nowhere left to hide. Spread some light to all this darkness. Hey, and maybe we can save the world. Just grab another hand and form a human chain. A human chain, yeah. A human chain. A human chain. A human chain. A human chain, yeah. A human chain. A human chain. So many souls lost in this country. Lord, we're stuck in this great divide. The enemy laughs at our struggling. Just know the last laugh will be mine. Think of the stories we'll tell our children. How we'll rewrite history. Spread some light to all this darkness. Yeah. And maybe we can save the world. Just grab another hand and form a human chain. A human chain, yeah. 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 'Cause all we need is love, yeah. 'Cause all we need is love. 'Cause all we need is love, yeah. And maybe we can save the world. Just grab another hand. Yes. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. It's weird because the sun is still up. It's getting later. All right. So, peace once again. My name is Testimony. I will be your MC for the evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome to ImmortALL. Everybody clap it up one time, please. All right. So, in order to keep this thing moving and grooving and something that rhymes with those two words, I can't think about it right now. I want to bring OG, Triple OG to the stage. Please help me welcome Mama D, y'all.
Good evening, family. You guys look so beautiful. Thank you. Welcome to ImmortALL. I say welcome to ImmortALL, but if you've been a part of this, you know that ImmortALL has been happening since last year, since October, when we started virtual workshops and when we started engaging young people in conversations with living legends, people who have attended the first African-American high school in Virginia Beach, the Princess Anne training school, and also the Union Kempsville High School. They had that opportunity to chop it up with them, dialogue, process their experiences, and then create poems in response to that. So they did that through on Zoom early in the pandemic. And that went, not June, from October, November, December. And then and January. And then in February, Immortal shifted spaces and the Wells Theaters opened their doors. So we had on-stage workshops where young people came and continued to process that, continue to work on their craft, spoken word poetry, and learning how to perform as well as to deepen their writing experience inside of the theater. So we probably was allowed an audience of, I don't know, up to 10 people who were in the audience in the physical space. And then we broadcasted it virtually to hundreds of people. Michelle keeps up with all the numbers, but there were lots and lots of people who engaged on social media with us during the ImmortALL experience. And since we were in Norfolk, and since part of our history is Booker T. Washington High School, which is the first African-American high school. And when I say African-American high school, I mean first place that African-Americans were allowed to go to high school in the state of Virginia. Just saying, yes. So, yeah, so we asked a living legend from that experience I recorded her and we brought her voice into the theater at the Wells, and they continued to write. And they also had the opportunity to hear the voices of other living legends from Virginia Beach's first school in the forms of recorded voices and images from a project that was done to where all the legends, they came together and they shared their stories and they shared the history. And it just continued. We webbed that and webbed it into our Youth Poet Laureate program. Could you clap for the Youth Poet Laureate programs? All the alumni all the candidates are here today. So we weave that together because that is an important thing. We heard the Youth Poet Laureate give her poetry at the presidential inauguration. And one day that's gonna be the Hampton Roads Youth Poet Laureate doing that, just saying. Can y'all clap for that? We need to manifest that one. Let's manifest that one. Yes, so you're gonna hear from them tonight as part of ImmortALL. And then we just had a good time. We did a showcase where teenagers, it didn't matter what's part of your story you felt like telling through poetry. We celebrated that on the stage at the Wells, and then we had the Poet Laureate contest at the Z in Virginia Beach, which was amazing. It was just a week ago, and it was absolutely amazing. So you're gonna experience bits and pieces of all of what I just shared with you on screen and on stage. But Teens with a Purpose has a tradition when we start something. We like to ground our audience so that you can fully absorb what's happening. And so I'm gonna ask everyone to just sit still for a moment, shut your eyes. So slam poetry, performance poetry are all built around words. And words have power. I'm going to ask you to, with your eyes closed, put both hands over your heart. Have you ever heard words that hurt your heart? Has anyone ever called you out of your name and it cut you like a knife? It hurt like a physical pain, punching into your chest and hurting your heart, taking the breath away. Have you ever, keep holding your heart, have you ever had someone you really love say to you, I love you, you're awesome, and you felt that butterflies in your stomach and that fluttering in your heart, and you feel really, really light just from hearing the words, I love you, from someone that really matters to you? Words heal, words hurt. Spoken words build bridges, build walls, create hope. They're real things that change lives. When you say my name, you make me immortal. George Floyd, when we say his name, we won't forget him. He's forever. Emmett Till, how long ago was that when we say his name, he's forever? Spoken word, performance, poetry, slam poetry, whatever you want to call it, is built on words that ride the airwaves and land on your heart. So I'm going to ask you all right now, out loud, but still with your eyes closed, holding your heart. Say the name of someone that you want to keep immortal. Out loud, y'all. Say their name. Eric Haylock, Adam Haylock, testimony. Thank you. Open your eyes, man.
Y'all give it up for Mama D one more time. Now that's how you ground, and that's how you start an event. Would you agree? I feel wonderful. I don't know about y'all. I feel great. All right, so we're gonna keep this thing moving. We got some VIPs in the audience. If you're a VIP, make some noise. That's a trick question, everybody. Oh, okay, that's cool. We'll keep working on it. The night is young. All right, but yes, could we could y'all help me welcome Mrs. Margie Cofield to the stage? Yes. While she's coming to the stage, I'm gonna tell you a couple of things. So Mrs. Margie Wilson she is a graduate of Union Kempsville High School in the class of 1962. Hey, you feel me? She's a retired English teacher of the Virginia Beach City Public Schools. Shout out to that. A member of the board of directors for Princess Anne County Training School, Union Kempsville High School Alumni and Friends Association, Inc. Yeah. I didn't say Cofield? I didn't. What'd I say?
You did a Mama D. You changed your name.
For real? Oh, yeah, I'm her son. Y'all know how that works. I'm sorry. But yes, with no further ado, please welcome Miss Margie Cofield.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Margie Wilson Cofield and proud to speak on behalf of the Princess Anne County Training School Union Kempsville High School Alumni Association as we honor and hear the voices of our distinguished and talented youth poets at this evening's ImmortALL poetry event. Our Alumni Association is committed to youth. We actively encourage and promote educational opportunities for the youth. Youth poets, this is what I would like to say. You will be using your voices this evening to give your interpretations of the oral histories you have heard from the Prince Anne County Training School, Union Kempsville High School alumni and teachers. And through the lens of your experiences, you will talk about or refer to the current events that have affected your lives. Just a little short history about our school. You're going to hear some dynamic poetry later. Our ancestors in Princess Anne County left a legacy, which is for us to be persistent and persevere. And that is what our African-American ancestors did in order to have a high school built for the African-Americans in Princess Anne County, because prior to that, they only went as far as 7th grade. So in 1925, the Princess Anne County Training School Association was formed. The families of the African-American communities, African-American churches, and organizations raised money to build the first high school. And guess who brought the first money? The children. The children brought their pennies because they wanted to have a high school which they could attend. The high school was named Princess Anne County Training School. You know that training you're for working in the fields and doing domestic work. So while the school was being built on this property, which is now the Renaissance Academy, where it now stands, those students never had a chance to come to the high school because it was still under construction. So they had to attend classes at Union Kempsville, one-house buildings, and in the church. And so during the spring of 1938, a commencement program for the 19 students were held at Union Baptist Church. And those students graduated as the first graduation class of 1938. During the fall of 1938, Princess Anne County Training School finally opened. 1953, a new Princess Anne County Training School building was constructed near the initial school right on this property where the Renaissance Academy exists. And then in 1961, parents were tired of training schools, so they named it Union Kempsville High School in honor of Union Baptist Church, where the first graduates graduated. June 1969, Union Kempsville High School closed when all the schools in Virginia Beach were integrated. Today, the legacy of Princess Anne County Training School and the legacy of the African American communities in Virginia Beach continue. The legacy is of persistence and perseverance. And today, I would like to say something to the youth poets. We are so excited about your participation in the ImmortALL Poetry event today. I am just excited. Be proud of what you have accomplished. Today, let your voices be heard as you share your truths about the life, the African American experiences, equity, social changes, and even more. Today is a premiere of more youth voices that will be heard in the future. You will be surprised. Watch. Again, youth poets, we are so proud. Youth poets, we are just so proud of you. And congratulations. And before closing, I would like to the Prince Anne County Training School, Union Kempsville High School Association would like to thank the outstanding partnerships of the ImmortALL event partners, Virginia Beach Cultural Affairs Department, Director Mrs. Emily LaBose, Mrs. Hillary Plate, Cultural Programming and Grant Coordinator, Mr. Alex Dye, Media Communications Coordinator, Mrs. Anne-Marie Riley Kay, Director of Virginia Beach History Museums, Mrs. Deidre Love, Director of Teens with a Purpose. Princess Anne County Training School Association also thank them for working with Teens with a Purpose and the Cultural Affairs Department. And a special thank you to Mrs. Yvonne Jones, the chairman of the youth program, and to her committee, because that group worked together in order to connect our alumni and students with Mrs. Deidre Love and Teens with a Purpose for this project. Again, thank you, partners. And again, we're so very proud of you.
Huh? Oh, you want me in? I was, okay. I thought they want to get my good side. All right, now. So please help me bring to the stage Mayor Bobby Dyer, City of Virginia Beach. Y'all can start clapping now if you want to. And Virginia Beach Council Member Michael Bellucci.
Well, I'll tell you what a privilege it is to be here among you today. The City of Virginia Beach recognizes Teens with a Purpose and the Princess Anne Union Training School and the Kempsville High School alumni. So yeah, you got to forgive me. My eyesight is that of a 70-year-old. Okay. And Michael, can you do the honors? Sure. Okay. We were going to do this jointly, but youth have eyes, so that's a good thing.
Let's give the mayor a round of applause. So it's my pleasure to read this proclamation on behalf of our mayor of the city of Virginia Beach, Mayor Bobby Dyer. The city of Virginia Beach recognizes Teens with a Purpose and the Princess Anne County Training School, Union Kempsville High School, Alumni and Friends Association, their boards of directors, members, volunteers, and communities. And whereas Teens with a Purpose and the Princess Anne County Training School, Union Kempsville Alumni and Friends Association established a new creative partnership on October 2020 as two independent nonprofit organizations dedicated to advancing the social cohesion and social change, empowering young people to engage with the history and the arts through performance poetry. And whereas the goal of their partnership was to establish a program connecting the alumni of the first and only African-American high school in the city of Virginia Beach with youth currently enrolled in middle and high schools throughout Hampton Roads via after-school virtual workshops from October to April, concluding with the ImmortALL Teen Poetry Project Finale Showcase on April 17th, 2021. And whereas the vision for the partnership was expanded by Teens with a Purpose to encompass teens in the Hampton Roads Youth Poet Laureate program, ensuring the inclusion of as many young people as possible and maximum access to the important history of the Princess Anne County Training School and Union Kempsville High School. And whereas the ImmortALL Teen Poetry Project Finale Showcase is the celebration of authentic young voices, creative expression, and a platform for honoring local history while connecting it to current events and communities. And whereas the theme for the first ImmortALL Teen Poetry Project Finale Showcase, Let Your Words Live Forever, embodies the process of sharing personal local histories with area youth, effectively passing the torch, bearing this important history between generations. Now, therefore, I, Michael Berlucci, councilman from the city of Virginia Beach, with our mayor, Bobby Dyer, do hereby proclaim April 17th, 2021 as the ImmortALL Poetry and History Day in the city of Virginia Beach.
But I'll tell you before, if I could just say one word. I was so taken by the words that were said about the importance of words and art. And my nickname is Bobby D, so. But once again, Teens with a Purpose, you are the future. Let your words be powerful. Let them heal. Let them bring communities together. Words mean things. People mean things. Together, we are strong. Thank you, and God bless you.
Beginning of a dynasty dawning upon your conscience. I promise you will remember me. Remember peace, talking both the heart and the hip. Remember thinking, speak, ponder before parting my lips. Talking, I split the seas. Healing, you not hearing me right. Talking, I split disease. Bear the fruit that keeps us alive. Pick from this grapevine. Stories of harsh medicine, mirror madness, making it happen. Modern day alchemists, and now the seeds planted, skins hardened. Like the soil's damaged, learned lessons. Most of those are teaching me to humble my stance. Blow up like meth labs in Chesapeake. We all started.
Give it up for them one more time. Okay. We got our own day. We got our own day, y'all. Hey, man. You're right. You are correct. Yo, when I was listening to them talk about the journey, because this definitely has been a journey from October to today, it made me think about all the people involved in pouring their energy back into the young people. So I want to bring up one of our teaching artists. She is my big sister. She is the lead teaching artist at Teens with a Purpose. She is the Eagles fan, and we fly. I'm just saying. Yeah, y'all know. Oh, okay. I can't see you, but whoever said go birds, you my friend. So please welcome to the stage, Shauna, aka Smitty.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shauna Chanel, and I'm one of the lead teaching artists here at Teens with a Purpose. It has first and foremost been my pleasure to work with your young people. They're amazing. They inspire me so much. I love the fact that a lot of the young people we get come to poetry brand new, and then to watch them expand and to flourish is such an amazing thing to watch. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of that. As I get into talking a little bit about ImmortALL, one of the things that stuck out to me was the connection between our local history and what we're going through right now as a people, and how it was so important for us to share the narrative of the Union Mission High School and the Princess Anne High School with our young people, because we understand the importance of sacrifice and how those that came before us have paved the way so we can have the opportunities that we have right now. So I thought it was really important that our young people knew that you can do anything that you want to do, but it takes a lot of hard work and it takes a lot of sacrifice. And you guys are the future, but I like to think that you are the now as well. So when it comes to like paving the way and creating moments and things for yourselves and the people around you, that's up to you. You can do it. It only takes hard work and sacrifice. So thank you for allowing me to be able to share this program with you guys, because you have inspired me as much as I hopefully inspired you. All right, so I'm gonna share a poem. And I was inspired by this specific poem because of ImmortALL and what it would look like if color wasn't an issue. If color wasn't a factor, of course we would, as people, we would come up with something to create friction and to argue about. But if color wasn't an issue, what would the world look like? And this poem is called Colorless. Imagine a world void of color, snatched away like an unkept promise. No luminous light to greet each morning. Every item in your closet now a boring batch of fabric. Button-ups just as bitter as your graphic tees. Every egg scrambled a twin to the bacon and the plate. Makes your taste buds feel temporary. Flowers have no rhythm. Birds sing no melody. No blues to paint your sadness. Clouds offer little make-believe. A world where there's no melanin attached to skin, each of us a reminder of our true selves, both flawed and fabulous. Recognized by our humanity and not the fullness of our pockets, spit, now swallowed. School floors only know the thump of colorless feet, fountains drunk from by every mouth. Books welcome hands that want to read, not just those allowed to. Beaches are a safe haven. Bus rides a smooth transition. Blacks are no longer labeled as 3/5 human, because what is Black? Crosses never burned on lawns, and N-word never spray painted on homes, and Trayvon Martin is never perceived to be a threat. Just a boy walking home with a pack of uninteresting taste of rainbows in his pocket. Just a boy walking home with a pack of uninteresting taste of rainbows in his pocket. Yo, he was just a boy. Walking home with a pack of uninteresting taste of rainbows in his pocket. But he never made it there. Whites are no longer seen as devils, because what is white? Relationships now formed out of missions, not greed. Systems now curated out of love, not power. Is the lack of freedom, is the lack of hue worth the gain of freedom? Could man make room for a space more virtuous than religious? Thank you.
Y'all give it up for Shauna one more time, please. All right, really quickly before we move on, everybody, let's take a collective breath. I feel like I just want to take a moment. So everybody, let's inhale, breathe in, release. One more, inhale, release. All right. I want to shout out my production team. Yes, sir. All right, we got a video. All right, let's do it.
The title of this is called Why. Why? That's all I asked and wondered for the past years. That's all I ask myself. Why does this happen to me? When I walk outside my house, I feel unsafe. Why does black men have to be shot by white cops, and why do black girls have to stay quiet? Why does this happen? And I wonder, what does it mean to be a black person with no worries? That's it.
My name is the messenger. I've come with a speech. To the victims and victimizers, heed me while I preach. As you all know, a war has been going on for a long time now, a long time too long. Many lives have been lost, and it's time for it to stop. This message is from God to you victimizers, you. Our Lord is ashamed. He says, look what has become of you. You go and whip their backs and make them carry sacks and treat them like trash just because they're black. Someone else was whipped like that. His name was Jesus, my son. He was killed for speaking the truth. He was different, so he was shunned. But you've never learned your lesson, gaining power with fear. I see you still haven't changed after 2,000 years. How dare you hurt your neighbor, your kin, because of where they've been or the color of their skin? I made them. I gave them life. I sent my son to die for them. With bruised skin, blood dripping down his chin, stabbed in the side and died for their sins, for them. And now this is how you treat them? So get down on your knees and wash their filthy feet and treat them like a king and act like you're their servant. Another thing, something that is just as important. To the victims, learn to wake up with love in the morning. To the victims, please learn to forgive those who've wronged you. It may be difficult, but it's what our God would do. Serve your neighbor, even if you hate him or hate her, and only then this terrible war will be over. Now that you know your mistake, don't thank me. I'm just a humble messenger doing my job. Thank God for making us all unique and beautiful, black, white, and colorful, sons and daughters of the Lord.
It was hard getting to school with no transportation. I had to catch the man who transported the teachers to Great Neck, who taught the grammar school on the return trip. I was dropped off near Union Baptist School. Outside bathrooms, I was dropped off near the school to complete my walk to church, to the church for school. And I remember times for recess. In all the 12 years of going to school to get my education, I never had a chance to ride the bus to school.
The good things, of course, like you say, were the good teachers. The bad thing was the lack of materials and the outdoor toilets and drinking from the pumps and the bugs and the rats in the toilet and stuff. I would just wouldn't go in there. I just wouldn't. It was just too scary. But after we got the cease and order, they raised enough money. The parents did this. Now the school board did not give us any money. The parents raised the money by selling chicken dinners and fish dinners and all kinds of things and candy to raise the money to build that first school. Well, somebody from my generation feels sad for the people what you were going through, and just throwing paper on me from the bus is nothing compared to somebody going to try to shoot you or hurt you. That's the part that's so sad about today's. And well, I won't go any further. But
how kind of powerful was that? Like, Dr. Ruby grew up in days of segregation, and she's saying that she feels for you, Andre, for having to grow up in this atmosphere, and for these kids at the teen center. That's crazy.
Yeah. It also is interesting to me because that's the second time I heard you say that, Dr. Ruby, and it made me think back to when I was in grade school. A lot of the information that I got about the times in segregation, it seemed a lot more extreme. They highlighted the more extreme, really visceral parts of, so when I hear you share experience, I was like, wow. I was like, what other things were left out, or why is it that I only learned about this one avenue of that time and what segregation is like.
Yes, my name is Emeka. I am one of the many amazing staff members at Teams with Purpose. I'm so glad to be in front of you all today. Well, for our 4 past sessions, we've been doing a lot of amazing things with our poetry. We've spoken about sharing our legacy, what we want to leave behind. We've had even guest speakers speak about their experiences in a segregated school. We've also edited poems and used our rubric to work on performance. But this week is special because this week we're talking about word choice and how important it is to use word choice in our poetry.
For a special sister. A sister always understands the things you do, the things you say. She overlooks your faults and she finds the best in you. A sister's love is special. It inspires you every day. You'll love her warm and caring ways. She's one of the greatest treasures ever known.
I want you in my life now. Want you in my life now.
Shout out to my brother Q5. All right, how y'all doing? Y'all still good? Yeah, thank you. I like that. I was like, how y'all? All right, cool. So we got a little echo going on. That was the energy of the poetry. That's what it was. It's really strong. You feel me? Well, all right. So if y'all are ready to hear some more live poetry, let me hear you say, "Oh yeah." Ooh, okay. I'm feeding from you right now. You giving me all the vibes I need. All right. So I'm gonna bring our first poet to the stage. Very proud of him. Proud of your growth, bro. Yeah, don't look down. I'm talking about you. But y'all, please help me welcome to the stage, Elijah. All the way to the stage. All the way to the stage. Yeah, that one.
Can we just talk? You don't have to go, mama. Please stay on the phone. I don't want no drama. I just want you home talk. You don't have to go.
This thing's on. Hello, my name is Elijah Pinto, and I will be reading a poem that I worked on since I've been to Immortal for the first time. I didn't went to Immortal till I think March or February. I didn't start until that because I kind of got on the bus late, but I have worked on this poem and it's titled Why, and basically the meaning of this poem is I have asked these questions to to myself, and I've been thinking about it, and I just wanted to get it out right now. So yeah, here I go. Why? That's all I asked and wonder for the past years. That's all I asked myself. Why does this happen to me? Why does this happen to us? Why do we have to fight so hard to get the same education as others? Why do teens like me get thrown away while others are chosen? Why does the rainbow come after the storm? When I walk outside my house, I feel unsafe. Why do black men have to be shot by white cops? Why do they keep killing us? Why do black girls have to stay quiet? Are they too loud when they're protesting or asking for support? Are they too loud when they go missing and no one searches for them? Why does this happen? And I wonder, what does it mean to be a black person with no help? Thank you.
Hey, y'all keep it going for Elijah one time, man. Bro, I'm so happy that we not sharing mics. I would have had to burn my lip off if I can't go after you, man. Sorry, I'm talking to him really quickly. Really proud of your growth, bro. Like, we have some really cool conversations, like, and just like to hear you like getting the things that are on your mind out into the universe. Like, I really appreciate you for doing that. You feel me? So shout out to you, bro. All right. We on a journey, y'all. Yeah, baby, we live. All right. So I want to bring another teaching artist to the stage because it takes a village, right? So another sister of mine, another amazing artist, multifaceted. I'm not even gonna do all. Yeah, I'll be up here 10,000 years if I run down all her accolades. But I look up to her, and she's my little sister, and I'm so glad that y'all get to hear some poetry. So please give it up for Dayana.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. So y'all gotta bear with me. My voice is she's a little tired. But I am Dayana Lee. I am one of the teaching artists with Teens with a Purpose. I've been with Teens with a Purpose since I was like 11 or 12. And I served as a Hampton Roads 2016 Youth Poet Laureate. So I'm glad to be here with all of you amazing poets. Just a little bit about Immortal and what it means for our storytelling and for our poetry. Many of you who stood on this stage before me just kept mentioning about just the power of poetry and the power of words. And how that relates to Immortal was just the power and the fact that a lot of our history is hidden. A lot of the stories that we want to know about, a lot of the stories that we do know are because they were passed down through the power of tongue or through the power of voice. And so Dre mentioned how, in school, there was so much of his history that he didn't know about, and how that Zoom call with her just enlightened us on so many things that, we didn't really think about segregation or think about in that time. There's one story that we get told. There's one ideology in our history books. We only have one story, and us as people, as marginalized people, we have such bigger and larger stories than what our textbooks give and share for us. And so poetry is about using our voices to channel these stories and tell them. And that's what we did with these amazing poets from Immortal. That's what you Youth Poet Laureate poets in the audience have done. And that's what all of us do. So now that I've talked y'all heads off. I'm about to share a poem with you guys from Immortal. Are y'all ready? Imagine this. Drawn lines, division. The walls are bleeding and the blood is yours. You don't belong here, but you don't belong anywhere. And even those that look like you can't offer any reassurance because y'all are in the same matrix. You keep your eyes low, chin up to maintain your pride, eyes low so you can't get caught looking. Imagine this. Heaven. And I'm looking on the other side, hoping that there is some light because I can't escape the darkness surrounding me down here. Picket fence and ghetto lines, tide water, black folk dying. I have never seen a black gentrifier, but I have seen a black nomad. House jumping, hood claiming, because we found shelter here. And even in the trenches, they wonder why the block parties mean so much. Why the black boy rep his hood, stacking his territory like finger tut, like why he goes so hard for a home that turns his book bag into target practice. And his walks home into a war zone he didn't enlist for, but ain't our ancestors' trauma built into us like chips? We programmed to endure pain like it's bragging rights. He know, she know that this home-ish ain't just about the name. It's about having a place to claim, to call mine, even though the police still and try and mess with us, at least here. Those folks know they can't come here and snatch like they do pop culture. A hood ain't just about clout. And somehow, even though the goods still do die here, is something about this home that feels safer than the outside. A sense of belonging. Because inside the system, you know the characters. You know it's running from bullets, drugs, and gangs. Outside, you run from bullets, drugs, gangs, but they are disguised as politicians, doctors, preachers, and allies. What's left of the people after the wreckage of their home? When all the reconstruction ceases, there is nothing left but empty new homes looking for someone to fill them, and a block full of homeless people looking for someone to cover them. Thank you.
R.I.P. to the old me. We ain't homies. Please don't act like you know me.
Stay on it one more time, please. All right, y'all. Y'all still feeling good? Deanna, your poem made me think about something that we take, I guess we can say take very seriously, or we just really bring a lot of intention with it. Creating safe space. Like I just kept hearing that like when I was listening to your poem, and I was just like, man, how many places do young people have to be themselves, not be judged, not feel like they have to look, sound, feel, do what other people do, you know, just to really be accepted. So thank you for sharing that piece, and also thank especially the young people here, because every time that we do these kind of things, we're creating safe space for each other. And that includes me, so this really helps. Thanks. So yeah, y'all ready? Cool, we got another video for y'all. Let's do it.
That was during the time of massive resistance, and like I told you, it was called massive resistance. I told you I was a senior at Booker T in 1959, and I had already been accepted to go to Hampton Institute, and when I heard that the schools were closing, all the governor had closed all these schools, I said, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to go anywhere because they're closed, they're going to close our schools. But as a young person, 17 years old, little did I not know that no white person wanted to come to Booker T. And for that reason, we kept right on going. We just kept right on going. And we were the only high school that had commencement in 1959. And those 10,000 white students that were involved, because when they closed the school, they closed them and closed out these 17 students. And that's how I told you that I got involved with 17 students. My church, First Baptist, the historic First Baptist Church, right down there opened their doors, and they had a school right in the Sunday school room, and they taught those 17 students right in the Sunday school room of our church. And when they ever come in, I'll show you the big display. They had a home of an open 17.
all the way from Virginia Beach in this flood. Give it up for Jalen.
My name is Jalen, and I just want to preface with I was really pleased to hear that interview with Ms. Lula because that story is very near and dear to my heart. My grandmother, Patricia Gobble White, is the eldest of the Norfolk 17. She has since passed, but I've dedicated my life to her and her legacy and telling her story. So I appreciate spreading the information in that class of 59 that was locked out, shut out during this massive resistance era that was taking place. So just wanted to say that. All right, I don't have a title for this poem yet, but hopefully I will soon. Surrounded and captured, accepted, loved. I turn my head and see a sea of excellence part and make way for substance, story, shadowed by the shouts of our beloved ancestors. We stand and look across the street to seek the complementary half of King's dream, but do I feel safe here? Yes. Yes, I am home. Sometimes I wonder if the diasporic destination that is Africa is a distant reality. This safe haven ropes me back in, blankets me in, comforts me, whispers, this is for you. Here, you will learn about your native land. Will you converse with the people of the Congo? Will you love with the people of Liberia? This place is for you. You will figure it out here. Accept, love, and capture. Surround yourself with people who look like you. Look across the street and seek the destiny, the journey, the other half of King's dream, and say to yourself, you are home. This is for you. Thank you.
Hi. Okay. My name is Trinity. I'm also a part of Teens with a Purpose. I've been with this program since my freshman year, and while I cannot be there physically, I am definitely there in spirit. I wrote a poem to Miss Lulu from the interview that we heard, and it was just very touching to me. Okay. To Miss Lulu. It's ironic they forced you to sit on the lawns to eat your lunch, not knowing that they were only getting you closer to the sky, subconsciously reminding you that it was your only limit. To coincide with those who hated you and yet held your head up respectfully, gave me the opportunity to interact joyfully with those who did not look like me. Thank you. Because of you, I can understand my history gratefully and interact with all people gracefully. And that's all I had so far. All right, thank you.
When my family first moved from Elizabeth City, North Carolina, to Princess Anne County, there were no schools for colored children. Our parents, meaning the community, insisted that the colored children be educated in Princess Anne County too. A man in our community, a Mr. Bray, had a 2-room building, and they arranged for 2 teachers to be transported to our school to teach us while we were in grammar school. It was a very trying time for us, and it was made more difficult for us because we were not afforded the same opportunities as the white children. Me and my brother walked from the Green Hill Farm to Great Neck for grammar school. While the white children were riding the bus, we walked in all types of weather, sometimes taunted by the whites as they passed me and my brother as we walked to school. We had 2 teachers, Mr. T.C. Smith and Miss Goodman, and 2 rooms in Union Baptist Church. Mr. Smith and Mrs. Goodman taught all the children, all the students. Mr. Smith was tough. Miss Goodman was nice. They were both nice, but we didn't have any problems because we knew that we were there to learn, and they were very dedicated teachers.
that we're right here. Cause yeah. All right. So we still feeling good? Do we need to stretch? Can I get no, I'll do that in a second. Cause we got a whole bunch of stuff to do. All right. So y'all ready for some more poetry? Some spoken word? All right, cool. So I have a couple of poets in the house, a whole bunch of poets in here, but a couple that you saw on the screen and that were going through the program and all of that stuff. So I'm so excited. So please help me welcome to the stage first. Is it Mariah? That's what I thought. Maria, y'all give it up for Maria, everybody. All the way to the stage.
To eulogize the old me, you think I would be great.
Thanks, Maria. You all know that. Writing this poem was difficult for me because, as you can see, I'm not African American. And I didn't want to have to pretend like I understand what it's like to feel discriminated against, because that's not fair to you guys. So instead of pretending like I feel your pain, I decided to write this poem from God's point of view, because I wear my faith on my sleeve and God's opinion is my opinion. So here it is. My name is the messenger. I've come with a speech. To the victims and the victimizers, heed me while I preach. As you all know, a war has been going on for a long time now, a long time too long. Many lives have been lost, and it's time for it to stop. This message is from God to you victimizers, you. Our Lord is ashamed. He says, look what has become of you. You go and whip their backs and make them carry sacks and treat them like trash just because they're black. Someone else was whipped like that. His name was Jesus, my son. He was killed for speaking the truth. He was different, so he was shunned. But you've never learned your lesson, gaining power with fear. I see you still haven't changed after 2,000 years. How dare you hurt your neighbor, your kin, because of where they've been or the color of their skin? I made them. I gave them life. I sent my son to die with bruised skin, blood dripping down his chin, stabbed in the side and died for their sins, for them. And now this is how you treat them? So get down on your knees and wash their filthy feet and treat them like a king and act like you're their servant. And another thing, something that is just as important. To the victims, learn to wake up with love in the morning. To the victims, please learn to forgive those who've wronged you. It may be difficult, but it's what our God would do. Serve your neighbor, even if you hate him or hate her. And only then this terrible war will be over. Now that you know your mistakes, don't thank me. I'm just a humble messenger doing my job. Thank God for making us all unique and beautiful, black, white, and colorful of the Lord. Thank you.
Y'all give it up for Maria one more time, please. That's another cool thing I like about this program. You get to explore perspective, you know? So and it's funny that you said what you said in the beginning, because another poet did the same thing at a different event. So now I'm going to say to you, it doesn't matter like what color you are, where you come from, the fact that you put something onto the stage, the fact that you care about something bigger than yourself, outside of yourself, like that speaks volumes. So I challenge you to not apologize for who you are. You feel me? All right. Y'all ready for some more poetry? That's right. I hope y'all said yes, because I got some more for you. All right. So We got another dope poet. I'm excited to bring her up. We're making eye contact right now just to let you know that I'm about to call you up there. Cool, so please give it up for Alana all the way to the stage.
Different kind of love now, if anything, on the bus now. Couple days with the blade on my side, leaving new life behind, being guided by the love now. Time gotta jump.
Hi, I'm Alana, and this is a poem I wrote about the Union Mission High School. We need to learn, the children said. But you're black, is what they heard instead. Our kids need an education, their parents cried. But they're black, is what was replied. Why are we treated like we are worth less? The families pleaded, because you're black. The same cruel words repeated. It was not so many years ago that this state was not right. It took 13 years, and these people never gave up the fight. The school board was unfair. They didn't hide that they didn't care. We all have needs. Who was to say the black people were wrong? Thankfully, they were inspiring and strong. They raised their voices as if to sing, and their spirits took flight as if they had wings. And when the meteor hit, they flew high into the sky, never looking down, and that is why 13 years later, they were able to say, we finally got our school in Norfolk, VA. It was not so many years ago that this state was not right. Some would say it still isn't. Thank you.
Baby, you know what I need.
I make this face sometimes when I hear some really dope things happen. Yo, man, is anybody else feeling inspired? Like, just okay? I thought it was just me. All right, word. So, I got another poet. Where are you at? I have to make eye contact with you. There you are. All right, cool. So, this poet actually came into the Immortal experience a little bit later. It was like super shy about it and all of this stuff. And, it was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And we were like, yeah. And then like when I actually heard like some of the writing and just like the work, I was like, yo. So y'all go see what I mean. So please help me bring to the stage, Nicole, all the way to the stage.
You make it home to me. You know this is the end.
Hi guys. My name is Nicole, as you guys know, but today I am reading a poem for my mom. She is outside as we speak. Hi, Mom. I know you're watching me. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay. Inspiration. When people hear inspiration, they might think of a dream job, favorite celebrity, or maybe even an art piece. But when I think of inspiration, I think of my mother. My mother is the sweetest person you could ever meet in your life. You can call her all the names in the book, and she'll look at you like, okay, as if those words meant nothing to her. Another reason why I want to be like my mother is because if you just fling the word disrespect towards her, she'll look at you like you were on some type of drug. But the main reason why I want to be like my mother is because her strength. Her strength is what I want. I want her strength in me. But one day I know I will be as strong as her. And when that day comes, I want you to watch out. Thank you.
See, when I tell you I love you, I really mean it. Hey, when I tell you I love you, do you believe it? I'm sending prayers to heaven, do you receive it?
Y'all give it up for Nicole one more time, please. Any moms in the house? Woo! Y'all clap it. This look, when I do stuff like that, this is the only time I'm gonna do a disclaimer. When I do stuff like that and I call somebody out, I'm like, oh, shout out to production. This is what we do. Thank you, whoever just did that. So let me try one more time. Any moms in the house? Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. Literally. Yes. Christina Tan, are you in the house? Kristen? Oh, all right. Start coming down to the stage while I'm talking about it. Yo, so I got another poet coming to the stage. She's walking down here right now. That means we should start clapping. Please give it up for Kristen Tan.
I'm sending prayers to heaven, do you receive them? God sent you from heaven, I was a demon. Now I feel love, you real girl, I'm trying to build up. And every time I'm feeling down.
Okay. Oh, hey, hi. Okay, my name is, like I said, Kristen Tan. And today I'm going to be reading you a poem that I wrote called The Bridge, and I hope you enjoy. This canyon stretches its arms and cuts the world in half. The bottom is lined with bodies, mangled and bloody and bruised. You're squeamish, you say. So you lean back and gaze at the stars by night and the clouds by day. You, oh fair-skinned, blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy, you were born on the other side. I was born at the base of a bridge, all gnarled spruce and rusted nails, built by the same old hands that built my body too, all for me to get to you. I was born at the base of this bridge, miles long, but further still, from the grassy knolls and green grape vineyards that you take for granted when they spring up anew. I was born at the base of this bridge, while others cry deep in the dark woods behind, with shackles of spruce grown round their ankles. This bridge is for them when they fight their way through. I count all my blessings, oh blue-eyed boy. Do you count all your blessings too? I walk as far as the bridge will take me. I swallow the bile that creeps up my throat when I see those bodies below, bodies that look like, feel like, are like my own. All the others that came from elsewhere with dark hair and slanted eyes, daughters and mothers and sisters, their sisters, lovers who loved just on half-hidden aisles. They lay dead or dying. They wear faces like mine, and they're twisted beside countless bodies that don't. How many of them were a face like yours? If you ever looked down, oh fair-skinned boy, from the clouds and the stars, maybe you'd know. I look up from the bodies below. I look at your land all luscious and green and wonder how much more I can do than just dream. Hammer in hand with shiny new nails, strong oak planks strapped to my back, but I've never built a thing in my life. But I owe it to those in the canyon, the forest, all those builders before. I owe it to them to try. I sit on the edge of the bridge that they built, several miles long, but several miles still, to stretch across this canyon, this pit, this unnatural split in the globe. I was born at the base of this bridge, all gnarled spruce and rusted nails, several miles long, but several miles still to go. Thank you.
Queen in your own right.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Lifetime opportunity. It's just you and me. Wanna gas you
What was
up.
that what was the last line? What was the last line of your piece again? All right, good night, y'all. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. Yo, thank you. Yeah, thank you for that, man. It just yeah. Trying to tell you something. All right, I'm gonna bring the OG triple OG all the O's and all the G's back to the stage. Please give it up for Mama D.
Attention to the details like nail color. That's not to mention it's how my heart works. It flutters for you in your process. You look like you got.
Family, y'all into these words? Yeah. Hold on to them. Like I said, right here. So the last poet you heard was one of the competitors for the 2021 Hampton Roads Youth Poet Laureate program. Can you make some more noise for Kristen? We needed her to warm up the mic because you're going to hear from a few more in this second segment of the program. But before we go into that, I want to just share a tiny bit of history about Teens with a Purpose and the Hampton Road Youth Poet Laureate program. Back in, Michelle, what year was that? 2015. Thank you, Michelle. She's the number person. I don't have any numbers right. Back in 2015, because that's when she said it happened, we were part of Brave New Voices Network, and we're always looking for ways to get young voices out to the masses on different platforms, let their words speak to things and not just be heard, but have an impact on changing people's minds. And we realized that we weren't getting to certain people because slam poetry doesn't easily walk into certain rooms. And the rooms that we weren't getting our slam poets into was the White House and the governor's mansion and City Hall and, just really on those kinds of platforms. So one of the other EDs to Urban Word, Michael Sorelli, had the idea to start a national Youth Poet Laureate program. And he introduced it to all of us, and there was about 6 of us who said yes. And the network is around the entire country, and it's an international network of youth poet organizations. So it's a broad network. And about 5 or 6 of us said yes. And so we introduced the Youth Poet Laureate program for the first time in Virginia. And so we're kind of, founders, so to speak, of the program, and we watched it grow and change. And when our national partners look at Hampton Roads, just so you all know, they see us. They see the work that we're doing with slam poetry. They see the work that our powerful young people are doing. They see us take poems to budget hearings. They see us take poems to make sure that systems change and a youth prison didn't open up in Chesapeake because the poets were on the front line just saying. So this is not just young people talking about what they feel, but they're taking action to have an impact on the change. They see our young poets talking about the poverty and living in a community where there's no grocery stores or there's no grass growing. And we're part of national documentaries now and doing national work around environmental justice, which is racial justice, but it took a youth poet to lead the way. So I really wanted you to understand that, yes, we're behind voice, yes, we're behind youth, but we're finding every possible way, young people, for your words to be heard so that you can change this world, this country, this state, this city, because as adults, we haven't done it yet, so we are counting on you. So here, the Youth Poet Laureate, this last half, we have to judge because we can only have one, but you just heard one, and you will hear others, and there will only be one that will be named, but know that these are powerful young people, and if you have access to platforms that any one of these young people can have the privilege of standing on or give you the privilege of having them heard on, invite them. Let us know. We will invite them. So young people, you are all now part of Hampton Roads Youth Poets. You are all now children of Teens with a Purpose. We will not let you go. So thank you. And now we're going to get into the finals with not the finals, because the judges have already determined this is our final opportunity to experience your poetry, see your faces, and name the Hampton Road Youth Poet Laureate for 2021. Thank you.
It would take an eternity to break us, and the chain of our side couldn't hold us. It's mine.
All right, so what's about to happen is testimony is going to serenade each one of the Youth Poet Laureate candidates. And one of the teaching artists or judges has the names, and that would be, is that you, Amaka Anyarumba? It might be. If it's you, you should come. You can go over to the, you know who we need? Calling Hillary Plate to the microphone. Do you have the list of all of the Poet Laureate candidates? Okay. We do. We're good, Hillary. Emeka Anyarumba has it. Emeka's gonna call your name. You can come to the mic, Emeka, and when you hear your name called, some may not be here. We want you to, we're gonna make a lot of noise for you. Yes. We're gonna make a lot of noise for you. And so, Shauna, if you're in the house, we need you up front because we have something, a little gift for every one of you. And Diana and any of the judges that are in the house, we want to shower you with gifts and have you stand right here. So listen for your name and come up, and everybody make noise for the 2021 Hampton Roads Youth Poet Laureate candidates. Go for it, Emeka.
Yes. Give it up for Trinity Allen.
All the way to the stage, Trinity. Come get your flowers. We love you. Stay right here. Testimony's gonna sing to you.
Give it up for Ayana Askew.
Ayana, yes.
Yes, give it up for Ian Casey.
Ian, our brave warrior. All this
Yes, give it up for Ian one time.
feminine energy. Thank you, Ian.
Woo! Give it up for Yun So Chun.
Yes. All the way to the stage. Don't stop clapping until she's here.
Yes, give it up for
them.
Chosen Johnson.
Cho, where you at? Meet them. They don't have to. Yes.
Yes, give it up for Anyuri Kyunwa.
Anyuri.
Give it up. Come on, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
Yes.
Give it up for Ramni Kumyor. Give it up for Sonia Ki.
Sonia! Amaka, you're doing great with the names. Yes. Woo! Sonia!
Give it up for Anise Martinez Menina.
I don't think she's here tonight. Keep going. Clap for her anyway. Yes.
Give it up for Isabel Mendez.
Isabel! Woo!
Woo! Give it up for Uriah McGottfried.
Woo!
And lastly, give it up for Nadia Mayer. Nadia Mayer.
Woo!
Give it up for Olivia Place.
Olivia! stage, y'all. We can clap. We can clap.
Give it up for Samara Robinson. Give it up for Christian Tan.
Yes.
Give it up for Millie Van Sly.
Millie!
And give it up for Reed Williams. Yes.
Okay.
Congratulations.
You guys don't go anywhere. You can look at the audience or you can look at testimony, but it's about to happen in this song. It's for you. That's not finished? There's still more? Wow. This is the biggest year we've had. I just want to tell you, we've never had this many, so that sounds like a lot. I'm sorry. And go ahead, Emeka. Wait, we're missing a name. We're not perfect.
Please forgive me, guys. I want to give a lot of energy for Isabel Mahowski. Give it up for Isabel. Let's go. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I apologize for any of my mispronunciation.
We still skipped one.
Did I skip?
Yes. Somebody you know. Someone from the TWP family. Andy.
Give it up for Nyendy. Give it up for Nyendy one more time, y'all. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Okay, judges, we can give them their space. This is their moment. Thank you, judges, and testimony will give you yours.
2 1 2 1 2. All right, cool. This song is called Flower Child. I wrote this for a really good friend of mine that was just brave, like being brave and going for what they want, like in their life. So I dedicate this song to you for being brave in your poetry, being brave in your work outside of your words. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, thanks. You got the light up my eye. Amen. Said flower child, like water now, you a free spirit. Can you show me how you do that? Show me how you do that, yeah. I said flower child, move like water now, you a free spirit. Can you show me how you do that, yeah. Show me how you do that. I see you in the sunshine, attracted to your third eye. Presently I've been grounded, caught you in the cycle of wind coming around. Call you karma, nice to see you again. Tell me about your travels, know your passport got some stamps, that water exotic, and you came back with some prints. Yo, I remember when this was nothing more than a dream, watching stars pass, reaching for all the things that we wanted. And these days things seem to manifest by the threes, bring it to life. Now I know that when I need it, I got it, but like, how you do that? Standing taller than a sunflower, yeah. I said, how you do that? Make it through the rain, yeah. I said, flower child, feel like water now. You a free spirit. Can you show me how you do that? Yeah. Show me how you do that. Yeah, I said, flower child, move like water now. You a free spirit. Can you show me how you do that? Yeah. Show me how you do that. I Love the vibe that you bring. Sight for sore eyes to see. On parade with the swing. Inspiration is free. But why you leaving so soon? Ignore the world till the morning. I turned around, you was gone. Knew that nature was calling, but I'm not even mad. Good, we got to build for a second. Yeah, you was dripping in wisdom. I was trying to catch it. I in the stitching and measurements, geometrics and patterns. Can we dance in the daffodils? See how forever feels. Can we dance in the daffodils? See how forever feels. Can we dance? Yeah. I said, flower child, like water now. You a free spirit. Can you show me how you do that? Show me how you do that. I said, flower child, feel like water now. You a free spirit. Can you show me how you do that? Show me how you do that. Congratulations, y'all. Woo! Give it up for the boys one more time.
Oh my gosh. Baby, let me love. Well, I am on the track. Baby, let me love you. Hey, girl, let me baby, let me. Hey, Usher, let her know. Baby, let me love you down. There's so many ways to love you. Maybe I can break you down. There's so many ways to love ya. Got me like, oh my God, I'm so in love. I found you finally. You make me wanna say, oh. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always, KB. Do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always. But the new me is really still the real me. I swear you gotta feel me before they try and kill me. They gotta make some choices, they running out of options. Cause I've been going off and they don't know when to stop.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I know you want me. I know you want me. You know I want you.
I think it's time we meet the judges. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling this energy right here. I like that. Yes. Let me see. Is anybody else? No, it's okay.
It is about that time that we meet our judges. Can we give it up for the judges one time? Woo! Yes. Our first judge is Patrick McGillis. Give it up for Patrick one more time, y'all. Patrick is the director of public works for the Virginia Stage Company. He is an awesome man who is a professor at Old Dominion University, a frequent collaborator with Norfolk State Theater Company, who's also had directed works from not only just our area, but across the country. Give it up for Patrick one more time, y'all. Our next judge, Dayana Lee, is a proud graduate from Virginia State University, class of 2020. Give it up for Dayana one more time. Yes. She was the 2016 Hampton Roads Youth Poet Laureate, has written and directed 2 plays, one, Under Enemy's Arms, and the other, Give My Son Back. She also aspires to be a famous actress and director with a passion to tell stories that are most feared. Give it up for Dayana Lee one time, y'all. Yes. Next up, we have Siobhan Wisenant. Yes, give it up for Siobhan one time. Yes. She's a multi-taught, multi-faced young woman of Renaissance. She's an amazing artist who has public work installments like the popular Norfolk City Mermaids and murals all across our amazing city. She expresses through an array of mediums like photography, modeling, and amazing artwork that you should definitely see in Norfolk. She's an awesome artist and amazing person. Give it up for Javon one time, y'all. Up next, we have Miss Hillary McAndrew Plate. Miss Hillary believes in building cultural bridges and strengthening communities through partnership in the arts. Her writing has been published in All Points North, Black Dog, and Hay House, and now serves in the City Cultural Affairs Department. Give it up for Miss Hillary one more time, y'all. Yes. Coming up next, we have Mr. Malcolm Jones. Mr. Malcolm Jones is an alum of Norfolk State University with a bachelor's degree in political science and a master's degree in public administration from Regent University. Has spent 10 years in the criminal justice field before joining the educational support staff as a site coordinator for communities and schools in Hampton Roads. Give it up for Malcolm one more time, y'all. And lastly, we have Casey Wilsinski. To the right. Yes, Miss Casey has joined the Virginia Commission of Arts in Education as an education coordinator in July of 2014, where she coordinates grants and funding for educational projects and Poetry Out Loud for the Commonwealth of Virginia. She's also earned her doctorate in education from Walden University in 2013. And Casey has been a visual arts educator teaching pre-K to 12th grade students, both nationally and internationally for over 15 years. Give it up for Casey one more time, y'all. Yes. And these are our illustrious judges. Can we give it up for our judges one more time, y'all? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys for all your amazing work.
You refuse, I stand confused. You were the best for me, but you turn me up. You just a bum. You just a bum. But you turn me on. You just a bum.
All right. Oh, I thought I was like, what's up, bro? You began me
sanitizer.
That's right. That's right. Cleanliness is next to what?
Godliness.
All right now. Amen. All right, cool. So are y'all ready to hear from our finalists? Did they sound? They sound. You know, we gonna let it. We just gonna keep it going. We gonna keep it going. All right. Maybe when we do our first poll, let's see how that goes. All right. So first, coming to the stage. Before I bring them to the stage, I need y'all to bring y'all energy level from like here to like. I can't. My arms aren't long enough. You feel me? All right. Cool. So help me welcome to the stage, Ayana. All the way to the stage, please.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Ayana Askew. I am a 17-year-old junior at Booker T. Washington High School in Norfolk, Virginia, and I also attend the Governor School for the Arts. And I wrote this poem, Is Justice Blind, as of last year, after the death of Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd, and I'm performing it again today because it's still relevant today. So I have my little blindfold here. Okay. So, is justice blind? The word black, associated with the negative connotation, the skin color involved with mass incarceration. Black is a stereotype that people can't get around, assuming we're threats, hands up, don't make a sound. From Ahmaud Arbery to Philandro Castile, innocent Black men who were both shot and killed. Breonna Taylor and Miriam Carey, beautiful Black women their families had to bury. George Floyd and Eric Gardner both said, I can't breathe, choked to death, leaving their families to grieve. Amadou Diallo and Walter Scott, who were both victims of being hunted down and shot. Mike Brown and Freddie Gray, lifeless bodies in a casket put on display. They didn't think their life would end in that way, hunted down by a predator who searches for and kills their prey. But Lord, I pray that their lives are worth more in heaven than they were down here. From my mouth to God's ear, no more tears. One bullet after another piercing their skin, time after time. This is sadly how it ends. Fatherless children, heart-wrenching mothers, sisters who lost their younger or older brothers, families being broken apart. The list of those shot and killed. Again, where do I even start? 12-year-old Samir Rice, who was just trying to have some fun, was shot and killed because they thought it was a real gun. Trayvon Martin was only 17 with a life ahead of him that he could not live to see. He had a future with aspirations and things that he wanted to be. Little boys dying, mothers crying, our community at a detriment mourn. Our hearts are constantly being broken and torn. Life isn't fair, nor is it just, but it gets to the point where enough is enough. If we remain seated, a chain of unexplained killings will form. To our people, this will become our new norm. Another Black man shot and killed who allegedly posed a threat. For being Black, they say that's what you get. They say I feared for my life as an excuse. They shoot and kill, their power abused. They say hands up, don't you even move. We do as they say, but yet they shoot us anyway. Another murder, although we did what we were told. Another investigation of a killing unfolds. Black lives are worthless, they say. Shooting and killing our race and always getting away. The worth of our Black lives are in a linear decline. I constantly ask myself, is justice blind? Because you seem to just be fine. No news stories on white crime. You don't get pulled over for being white, but we get pulled over for being Black, which just isn't right. Walking while Black, talking while Black, just being Black is a disadvantage that we have to sadly learn to manage. Son, when pulled over, keep your hands on the wheel. Don't move a muscle. Please remain still. Don't reach in your pocket and don't say a word, because if you do, gunshots might be heard. Just do what they tell you and you'll be just fine. Wait, no, son, that last line, I was lying. There is no guarantee. You can do everything you're supposed to, but that's not what the officer sees. He sees a comb in your pocket and calls that a gun. You aren't protected when going out for a run. Another excuse to fire and kill someone that young didn't think he would need a will. This has already gotten out of hand. Living in 2021, life-threatening fears for just being a Black man. We are facing an uncovered, unmasked version of the Ku Klux Klan, no longer covered in sheets. Our oppressors and murderers kill us in the streets. I continuously ask myself time after time, is justice really blind? I'm calling everyone to action, to stand up for one another, to save the precious lives of our Black, strong, and intelligent sisters and brothers. It's been a long and treacherous road, but we must keep moving and pushing forward until peace, justice, and equality really do unfold.
Now give it up for Ayana one more time, please. Right? I don't know if y'all heard my bro in the front. He said, wow. I was saying that like the whole poem. It takes a special kind of person to get out of bed, go live their everyday life, knowing that doing so, just breathing, walking down the street, minding your own business, that could be a last moment for you for no reason. Feel me? So thank you for sharing that truth. It takes bravery to even say that. And you're living it every day. So many of us are, and you're speaking for the ones that aren't brave enough to speak and talk about that. So thank you, Ayana. Cool. Y'all ready for another poem? Yeah. Awesome. All right. So please help me welcome to the stage Yun So. Did I say it right?
Oh, yo, all the way to the stage. All the way to the stage.
Can't touch this. My is Yoon Sa-jung. I'm a junior at Grafton High School in Yorktown, Virginia, and this is a poem I wrote titled Beautiful Country. Beautiful country, in my language, you are 미국. Beautiful me, country, 국. Beautiful country, the tears have overflowed the melting pot of your people. They are crying blood, dark, suffocating blood spilled on your earth. Why do you bring them here, only to choke them? Do you enjoy the death of their dreams? Beautiful country, I wanted to find a home in you so badly. When my parents pulled me from my home, I left Seoul, South Korea, bright-eyed and soft-hearted. When my mother cried because she missed her sister, she stayed because she believed you would at least be kind to me. I stretched my eyes wide to take in your beauty and ended up blind. Now I'm laying on the sidewalk, bleeding around myself, and you won't come save me. I hoped you would. I hoped you would. The 7-year-old girl inside me who fell in love with the idea of you is crying. I don't know how to tell her that you have nothing to offer her but streets paved with the blood of black and brown bodies and gold reserved for someone else. I don't know how to tell her that this country has nothing but half-hearted compliments for the slant-eyed girl and a tiny basement apartment to gift her. I don't know how to hold all of this pain. It doesn't fit inside my palms. My tears are overflowing the tiny space this country has set aside for me. My parents worked so hard to make a home for me here. How do I tell them that this country does not want me? I don't know how to look them in the eyes anymore. My ribs ache from making room for this country between my lungs. I'm not myself when I breathe. When you need someone to blame for the deaths, you will turn to me. Who then will take responsibility for those you have killed? Beautiful country, you were once everything I wanted. But now you are just the United States of an America that does not open its doors for me. Thank you.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way.
Bro, you about to start something. Y'all give it up one more time, please. I feel as though we have a responsibility as poets, as speakers, griots, whatever you want to call yourselves, when you're using the spoken word, is to, one, hold yourself accountable, two, hold everyone else accountable that you're giving that word to. And hearing your poem, that's what I was thinking. I was like, America, what y'all gonna do? We gotta fix something. You hear what's going on. So I say to you, keep holding these people accountable. Anyone, like anytime you're faced with a challenge, like know that the power that you have, like give it up for her one more time, please.
Now who got the flavor that come to damage?
Y'all ready for your next poet? Say, oh yes. Ooh, okay, I hear with the hard S. I like that. All right, so please help me welcome to the stage, Read All the Way.
When they welcome to the word of Mac, welcome or Mac. You small like saying that you them shit like Pac song. I'm incredible, better eat the best wine. Cut, I does what I do. Do it. I fake the roof off the soft sucker, super smacking, knocking. Full effect, mic check, 1, 2.
Hello, everybody. I just want to preface my poem by saying, in the United States, in over 30 states across the country, the rights of transgender youth are actively being challenged in state legislative bodies. And I wrote this poem kind of as a response to that, to encapsulate my experience as a trans youth growing up in the South, as well as the importance of support and affirmation when it comes to children learning how to express their gender identity. spending the days in the bathroom searching for some surgery that never occurred. I'm no Sherlock Holmes, but I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be there. They must have replaced it when you were a baby. Wanted a little boy so badly they made one. The surgeons were good though, because it looks natural. The doctors told my mom to make me gender neutral, no blue or pink, try orange. I'm now screaming in a Target because I want a pink My Little Pony, not an orange one. Give me pink or give me death. My mom gives up. Just the right time to understand a little better. I play dress up with the other girls at preschool, at least until they take it away. That's all right. Like I didn't have my own second wardrobe at home. Silly Sunday school teachers, you can't beat me. I made a pact with the devil, or so they say. You get makeup kits for your birthday because your parents love you so much, but you can't wear makeup to school. So you hide toenail polish underneath socks. Show kids in the tunnel on the playground for $1. They don't understand. But to you, it's so natural.
Tunes just to jam to for a couple of minutes. Big tune, big tune. If y'all want to, like, you know, stand up and whatever you do, y'all can do that.
Here we go.
It takes two to make it out of sight. I wanna rock right now. DJ cool in the turn to get down. What's my answer? That's Dino. Batman dude from the microphone because I get we get all he gets to. And I mean I say, it's the contagion. Cause I'm a winner. No, not a loser. The PPJ is what to the latest. Love it. Well, the story. I mean, even the ones that never saw me like the way that the time they show. The reason why I know you know.
Y'all been sitting for a while. I didn't know if you wanted to stretch. It's fine. It's fine. We good? Ooh, I got 2 thumbs up. Are y'all ready for some more poets? We got 2 more left. All right, word. So first out of the 2, I don't know. I just wanted to do that. I'm not gonna give you a whole long story. She's also one of my little sisters. I aspire to have the fly sunglasses like she does one day, and I also aspire to have the fly bars like she has as well. So please give it up for Trinity, all the way to the stage, baby.
Funky fresh with my body so melodic. This beat rolls right through my chest. Everybody, Martin Poppy came to party. Grab somebody, work your body. Let me see you 1, 2, step.
My name is Trinity Allen. I've been with Teens with a Purpose since probably forever, my freshman year, and I'll be doing a poem that I wrote, and I hope you enjoy. All right. Thank you. All right. Preaching to the people, no longer to the choir. Speaking about my faith publicly, except no agreeing voices, no comforting claps, no silent amens, it's only me. Speaking to influence the masses, mirroring the past preachers such as Barbara Jordan, who was born and raised in Houston and raised her voice for laws to be changed for segregation. Or John Lewis, a freedom rider with a motor of motivation leading marches throughout the nation and drove to succeed. Or Harry T. Moore, who did more than what's in a textbook, those who spoke when not spoken to, protested with no violence, pursued and breaking silence, protectors of the people, our rights and what we stand for, demanding justice, not unjust war. Justice from racial bondage changed its strained minds, psychological tethering into thinking that we were lesser, inadequate, below, beneath. It was supposed to be life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Instead, it became death traps set in pursuits of fear. His blood, their sweat, no tears shed. By those who were sick of crying, he will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more mourning or crying or pain. For the old order of things has passed away. This was the revelation, a revelation that never turned into a revolution. So when I speak, I want change. Change from unarmored souls being feared by colonizers of this century, but our words are sharper than the swords they wield, piercing to the divisions of soul and of spirit, of joints and of marrow, and discerning the thoughts and intentions of the heart. So I encourage you to speak, not always in thundering shrills of righteousness, but knowing what's right. But the spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but it gives us power. Power to do things we would not be able to do without him. Power to no longer have streets as battlefields. Power to no longer be chained in stereotypes, but have liberty. Power to speak victory. Power. Speak up, speak out, because only you can speak your truth. We will always have power, even in our youth. Speak with power. Thank you.
Give it up for Trinity one more time. Y'all didn't know this, but she's ghostwriting my next album. Hey, we're gonna talk about that. All right. Okay, I was just like, where is, so I can make eye contact. All right, y'all ready for another poet? Sweet. Big poems. All right, please help me welcome to the stage, Chosen. All the way to the stage, baby.
The point when I need everybody to get to the dance floor. Just like that, y'all. That, y'all. That, y'all. That, y'all. That, that, like that, y'all. That, y'all. That, y'all. That, y'all. That, y'all. That, y'all. That, that, like that, y'all. That, y'all.
Capitalism. I stole this ish from y'all back in 1830. Capitalism. I stole this ish from y'all. Be mad. King Lucifer ain't got ish on me. I force drug dealers on corners so they can make my money. Y'all mad at rappers and rape when I stole y'all from cornfields y'all once was in. Capitalism. I put white collars in big offices so they can enforce my vision. I force teachers to go buy my book to keep y'all history out y'all head. Capitalism. I make sure the hungry barely get fed. Shit, y'all don't think the Native Americans was moving west. Nigga, they was moving towards me. I shoot heads with dollar signs. I rape the rich and nut on the poor to keep my system in check. Racism is my dog. Gentrification is her brother. The jail system is my long lost son. And the public schools is my badass grandkids. I stole this ish from y'all. I be Ibga, Bamboo Club. I Tyson America in hell and fire. And like a musician, I snap my fingers and I run this ish. Capitalism.
Move straight face, you remember? Bossy, bossy, Godfather,
Y'all
man
give it
a
up for Chosen
OG,
one more time.
man a half humble, man a bossy.
Capitalism. Yo, the performance game, yo, crazy, right? I was outside drinking some water. I was like, "Ugh, hold on, I can't miss this." But so did y'all enjoy yourselves so far? Was it good? Cool. I'm glad y'all enjoyed yourself, because guess what? I just found out that we got another poet for y'all. I got one more. Another one. Nah, just another one. Well, all right, so please help me welcome to the stage, Yara. Where you at? All the way to the stage, please.
We the best music.
She ain't on stage yet. Keep it going.
Another one. DJ Khaled.
Middle fingers in the air, busting through the crowd. They gon' feel me now. Straight shooter from the hip. Yeah, we have it, yeah. Told me get 'em, then I got 'em, yeah.
Get 'em.
99 problem, but you ain't one. It's so highly.
Hello. My name is Yaira, and today I will be performing my poem, No Longer Speechless. Hope you like it. Silence would be gorgeous if I were to speak, and the people I am scolding were the ones who scolded me. Silence would be beautiful if my mom would hear me say, Silence would be beautiful if Mama would listen when I say that I don't have the same dreams that she did. Silence would be glamorous if Papa were to hear me say that I have come to learn different things in different ways. Silence would be incredibly stunning if teachers were to understand that we believe what we believe, so where we are is where we stand. I am a child, but it doesn't make me a foolish being. I do not become a lesser human simply because I am a smaller human. Silence is only gorgeous when you use her against me. So remember that you were once in my shoes and you did not think her to be pretty. Silence would be gorgeous if I were to be served, and my miserable servants were the ones who took advantage of my service. Silence would be beautiful if Mama and her Mama would see that I'm not interested in becoming a lifetime maid like her previous Mamas did for centuries. Silence would be glamorous if Papa opened his eyes and saw that I will not allow myself to sit and listen, to obey and nod. Silence would be incredibly stunning if my instructors instructed me on how to mold the world into my own work of Hurston or Armstrong or Van Gogh or Lee. Yes, I am a girl, but I will not stand to be seen as a helpless being. I do not become a lesser human simply because I am only a woman. Silence is only gorgeous when you use her against me, But when she searches and discovers that she has a voice and that she can speak, in your eyes, will she remain breathtaking? Silence would be gorgeous if my siblings and I were to triumphantly climb a hill of white bodies we butchered in 400 years' time. Silence would be beautiful if Mama's heart didn't ache every day as she hopes and prays when her babies are away that they'll live to see another day. Silence would be glamorous if whenever we leave the house, Papa didn't have to warn us to keep our hands up and surrender, to keep our heads down, to keep our mouths shut. Silence would be incredibly stunning if my masters stressed to the others that it isn't right how I fight lonesome battles for my life simply because God wanted my skin to have a beautiful darker color. I am Black and beautiful, thus making me a human being. So I do not become a lesser human simply because you and I look different as humans. Silence was so gorgeous when you used her against me. Now I, no longer speechless, am taking my destiny. Thank you.
Like that. Oh, you like that? You like that? Stop playing, let me that. Hell no, I can't wipe that. Said her name Billie Jean bad like Mike Jack. Yeah, I bet.
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down.
Y'all give it up for y'all one more time, please. And now, the moment that you've all been waiting for. Let me stop. Don't mind me. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to bring our judges like to the stage one by one style, and we're going to find out who our ambassadors are. We're going to find out who our next poet laureate is. Y'all ready? He's like, man, I've been ready. Yes. All right. So let's bring, since the Eagles fly, we got to bring Malcolm up first. Let's bring Malcolm to the stage.
Tell me that you need me, yeah. I'll give it to you night and day.
Hey, how are y'all doing today? All right, so first I want to say that you all were so great today. It was amazing. Everything sounded great and wonderful. I used to call myself a poet, and I even wrote something based on everything that y'all were doing because it was so inspiring. But let's go ahead and get to the moment that we're up here for. All right. So I have Yeonsu. Yeonsu is a junior from South Korea. She enjoys volunteering and she teaches children violin and viola. She interns with the Virginia Democratic Party. She has been awarded the Scholastic Arts and Writing National Gold Medal, Poetry, and also awarded the state champion title for original oratory. So let's welcome her to the stage.
One of our ambassadors. What city are you the ambassador for? The Hampton Roads Youth Ambassador for Yorktown? For Yorktown. Make some noise. Hampton Roads Youth Poet Laureate for Yorktown. Ambassador.
Word. All right. Let me see my next judge. Let me bring my sister up here. All right, give it up to Dayana, please.
Thank you. So I have the pleasure of reading the bio for Miss Trinity Allen. She is a dual enrollment senior at IC Norcom High School. She currently attends Tidewater Community College as an early college scholar, and she'll be, let's give her some claps. And she'll be graduating in May with her associate's degree in social science. Trinity Allen was also and still is a member of the Hampton Roads Youth Poet Team, and she has traveled to Brave New Voices in Texas, Poetry Slam in Philadelphia, and Write to the City in Chicago as well. She also was an inspired leader for Teens with a Purpose during their summer workshop camps, and she is known for her numerous civic and social engagements. She had some involvement in the Black History tribute for George Floyd at Gethsemane Community Baptist Church, which was live streamed. And the event was called Lift Every Voice, and it was hosted by Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, which is also my sorority as well. Yes, Trinity all around is an awesome, beautiful young person, and her poetry speaks volumes. So I have the pleasure of handing her this certificate as we announce that she is the Hampton Roads Youth Poet Laureate Ambassador of the City of Portsmouth.
This is how we do it. La, 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 la. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. It's Friday night, and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side. So I reach for my door.
All right. You playing cuts right now, bro. We got to talk after this. Yes. So let's bring Hillary to the stage, please. Welcome her. Yes.
I have to adjust this down a little bit. Well, it is my pleasure and privilege to present the next title to Ayanna Askew. She is a straight A student. She attends Booker T. Washington and is a Governor's School for the Arts student. She is a volunteer with Hurrah Players, having starred in The Lion King and Sing Out America, among many others that she's done for them. She's also a volunteer at the food bank for this region and has been an intern with Clever Communities in Action as part of her pursuit of a career in law. Ladies and gentlemen, this young lady is a world changer in the making, and already Ayanna Askew is. I want to present her with the Hampton Roads Youth Poet Laureate Ambassador for the City of Norfolk.
It's a candy. I can feel it when you walk, even when you talk. It takes over me. Yes, I'm candy. I wanna know, can you feel it too? Just like I do. This stuff is starting now. It's the same feeling I always seem to get around you.
All right, y'all give it up for her one more time. Okay. Word. And our last judge for the evening, please give it up for Siobhan. All the way.
Good evening, everybody. Ooh, that was sad. Y'all been having a good time. You gonna leave me out? Good evening, everybody. Much better. A lot of you may know me by Chevy. My name is Siobhan Wisnot. It was a pleasure to be a judge for this eye-opening and heartwarming competition. Of course, with me being the last one to read off, I'm gonna give you just a tad bit of suspense. My honor today is to present our winner. They have participated in the Shadwell Grant. They're a National Honor Society member. They were the captain of a forensics team, staff writer for the Virginia Reviews of Politics, and even a note taker for the Disability Access Center. They were born in South Carolina. Reed Williams is a transgender poet who is being announced today as our Hampton Roads Youth Poet Laureate of 2021.
I must have superpowers, rap 225,000 hours. Get it calculated, do the math. I made 1,000 songs that made you move ya. And for the last 300 months, I made 16 albums with me on the front, and they bump.
where you get your beats. I heard 93 rappers say like me. 2 singers and 10 comedians, and I'm still gonna yell it every time you see me in. What's my favorite word? Why they gotta say it like short? You know they can't play on my court, can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
I am so shocked and honored. This is such an incredible opportunity. I'm so thankful for Teens with a Purpose and the way that they are empowering so many talented youth poets here in the Hampton Roads area. And I'm truly honored to be named the Youth Poet Laureate for Hampton Roads. For me, poetry has been a way to come to terms with myself and really understand the struggles and the wins and all the emotions that I've really felt throughout my life. It's been almost therapeutic. I just think that poetry provides such an excellent medium to convey the experiences of individuals and those, especially those of marginalized communities. And I can only hope that as Hampton Roads Youth Poet Laureate for 2021, that I can continue to share my story and bring people a newfound sense of appreciation for all of those who require a greater voice within our community. And I'm so thankful. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Reed one more time, man. Congratulations. Yeah. All right. So I know we have a couple of acknowledgments, but before that happens, all the rest of the poets, please don't go anywhere, because we're gonna like bring the lights up and stuff after we say what we have to say. We're gonna take some pictures and look fabulous, you feel me? I'm just saying. All right, so and they get certificates. You sure can.
What about this? So one of the benefits of being the ambassadors and the Hampton Roads Youth Poet Laureate is, Andre was saying he can't wait until you're in print. Well, you will be in print if you are an ambassador or poet laureate. One, you'll be in Teens with a Purpose annual youth anthology, but 2, you'll also be included in the National Youth Poet Laureate anthology. So that's huge. That's just right out the gate. And all of you poets, hold me to this. My son says, keep people accountable. Hold me to this. We are letting everybody know who you are. We've invited all of your cities, your school boards, all of the leadership to know, the libraries to know all of you. And you all will get opportunities to speak at various things. I've already gotten several requests right now for speakers. So if you are the ambassador, know that you will be made seen. If you are a finalist, you will definitely be made seen. And if you are a candidate, everybody heard your voices. You all are amazing. You will have the opportunity to speak and be heard. And all of you can apply to be a part of Teens with a Purpose annual youth anthology. Thank you. I just wanted to add that.
That's right. You better add that, Mama D, y'all. All right. So I got to bring another OG to the stage. She has some more acknowledgments for us. Please help me welcome Michelle. I need all the energy. Y'all ain't see her working on this computer over here.
Was that not amazing, y'all? No, I need all your energy because that was amazing. Yes. I'm so excited. I don't know if everyone watched Friday night's event, but if you haven't, it's on our YouTube and our Facebook, because y'all need to hear all the poets that competed this year, not only in the Youth Poet Laureate program, but also for ImmortALL. So definitely check out our YouTube and our Facebook, because y'all need to hear what they got to say. So speaking on that, Now that we've heard what they have to say, I have one question for y'all. What are we gonna do about it? I just kept thinking that the whole time. We heard truth, we heard transparency, we heard hurt, we heard it all. They laid it all on the stage. So now it's our jobs to do something about it. So I just want to challenge us all. And I really enjoy listening to our elders as well. I think we learned so much about what they had to go through and some of the things that we're still going through. And the fact that they're in our lifetime. We have people who are in our lifetime who had the opportunity to go to the first Black high school. They're right here in our audience, and we heard them in the video. So that's just amazing to hear that testimony. So I have a long list of acknowledgments because it takes a whole village to make this possible. This has been months and months of planning and work, and it's been a truly amazing experience. We have added technology into the mix. So yeah, it's been an amazing experience, and we've been able to reach more and more people through this program this year. So I want to acknowledge some of my board members. Earlier, you met Michael Berlucci online. We've been having fun online. We've been going back and forth, but Francis Thompson's online, Charles Johnson. We also have some school and governor officials online, like Ronnie Jordan from the Norfolk School Board. I also want to acknowledge all of our past Youth Poet Laureates, like Dayana Lee, who's in the building, but like Mama D said, this started in 2015. So we have Raven Bland, Donovan Pollock, Imagine Carter, and now we have Reed Williams. I also want to thank all of our funders, all the Arts Commission. Virginia Beach has been an amazing host to host this finale for us. Hillary, I don't know if you're around, but you've been amazing through this whole process. But the Virginia Beach Arts Commission, the Norfolk Arts Commission, the Business Consortium for the Arts, the Hampton Roads Community Foundation, the Norfolk Public Library, as Mamdi mentioned, we have 2 poetry anthologies for the region, and the Norfolk Public Library carries both of them. They're also available on Amazon. Go get it, go cop it. I also want to thank the Public Works Wells Theater, Zyder's Dream American Theater. I want to thank some of our teachers who help be teacher partners throughout the whole year, like Miss Carter, I know she's in the building, but Miss Carter from Norfolk Public Schools, Mr. Grooms from Virginia Beach Public Schools. I also want to thank Malcolm. He works with us in our program at the Teen Center. All the judges, give it up for the judges. And the families and supporters of all today's poets. Like, we know that you all can't be as brave and courageous if you didn't have that love and support at home. So we want to also thank you. The whole production team. I know you guys saw some of the videos throughout the season, but what you don't know, a lot of those people behind the camera were actually teens that were taking the footage. And even today, we have teens in the audience, Travoris, that was helping out. You can stand up. So thank you to Anna Hogg. She's behind the little table over there. She's been training us and teaching us how to live stream and videograph and all types of great stuff. Our youth and adult teaching artist team, give it up. They work really hard on working with our young people and helping them to develop their artistic voice. And the audience. Let's give it up for the audience. And we have some credits we're going to run as we wrap up. So just hold tight.
I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I play the shots. I call the calls. We in this. It's going down. Yeah, the king with my mom.
Also want to give a super big shout out to Mr. Brown and Mr. Brickhouse. Mr. Brown is the assistant principal, or is that the Yes, Mr. Brown is the assistant principal here. Mr. Brickhouse, I don't know what Mr. Brickhouse do, but I was like, he does everything. He's been helping us hold this whole thing down, and they've been so accommodating. And want to thank y'all for welcoming us into this space, letting us transform this space, because it looked good, baby. But yes, I think that was my last. Oh no. So this is how we're gonna close this show out, y'all. because we big on the art, we big on the poetry. So I want to bring one more performer to the stage, and that is how we're going to say good night, if that's cool. Yeah. You the boss. I'm just up here. So which one? All right, fine. Well, let's figure it out. What do we want to do first? Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. All right. All right. So please help me welcome to the stage, Robin. Robin. Please, no, that's wait. Hold up. Time out. Hold it. Remember when we talked earlier and I was like, yeah, when we bring somebody to the stage, we got to show them love. I ain't hear nothing. So let's try this again. Yeah, Mom, we can definitely do that. For sure. I'm going to bring Robin up first. Are y'all ready for one more poet? Say, oh, yeah. Word. All right, so welcome Robin to the
I know, I'm ready for the summer, yes. So we're gonna be feeling good. So that's what I'm gonna sing today by Nina Simone. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean, oh. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And I'm feeling good.
Hey, yo, that's how you close out an event. Give it up for Robin one more time. I'm feeling good too. Yes. All right. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for pouring your energy, your time, your love, your efforts into these young people. Young people, keep being brave, keep being loud, keep being strong, keep being you, man, because y'all dope. Ooh, I can't wait. I need like 2 of y'all to ghostwrite my albums, and it's gonna be wonderful. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got for y'all. I hope y'all have a great evening. On behalf of Teens with a Purpose, we want to say something else. Okay, I'm good.
Girl, let's make this a moment. Oh, giving you the best of me.
All right, I hope this mic is on. I'm requesting that everyone who performed come up to the stage so I can take a photo. I'm also requesting that the lights come on so we can have this photo taken. And I think that's what I have for you all. Thank you.
Good morning, good morning. Here's breakfast. Lost track of time, but we had a ball. Let's catch a movie. Then dinner. Tonight's the